Dear friends, welcome to this week's virtual drasha. This week we have the incredible privilege of Parshas Tisa. And in the parsha we read of what can only be described as one of the most tragic and traumatic events in the entire Torah. The Chet HaEgel, the sin of the golden calf. We know the story. Moshe Rabbeinu tells Klal Yisrael that he's going to be gone for 40 days. Klal Yisrael begins counting a day early, essentially. 1 day early. So that on day 40, which was according to their count 40, which was really day number 39, Moshe Rabbeinu is not back and they panic. And Chazal tell us that there are many things that disrupt normative, orderly thinking. Ava, love. But one of the other things that also disrupts normal, orderly thinking is pachad, is fear. When we become fearful, when we are afraid, so kind of logic goes out the window, we panic and we often just react. React not in the best of ways. And that's what happened. Our ancestors, good people, good neshamas, who followed HaKadosh Baruch Hu into the desert. Lechtech acharai b'midbar. We followed God into the great unknown because of our love for Him, recognizing His love for us. But we panicked because here we were, over 3 million people in the desert. Moshe Rabbeinu was our shepherd, and we thought the shepherd was gone. We thought the shepherd was dead. And so we panicked. And in that panic, built the golden calf. Moshe Rabbeinu comes down, sees what's unfolding over here, smashes the first set of luchos, and there's a ripple effect. In fact, the Gemara tells us, Chazal tell us, that in l'chal parnos, every misfortune which befalls Klal Yisrael, somehow, some way, is rooted within the sin of the golden calf. It's so traumatic that the way Chazal describe it is a kala, is a bride committing adultery under her chuppah. Adultery is never good. Right? We all agree on that. Adultery is terrible. But in those moments when the relationship is being created under the chuppah and the kala goes off with someone who's not her husband, the very foundation of the relationship never has the opportunity to settle. So Kiviyachol, the Har Sinai was the chuppah. It was the wedding of Klal Yisrael with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that we went off with someone else, we went off with the golden calf, was incredibly traumatic and tragic on so many different levels. But Lubavitcher Rebbe makes a startling observation. So in Parak Lamed Aleph Pasuk Yudches, chapter 31, verse 18. So the pasuk says, this is before Moshe Rabbeinu even knows what's happening. He's on the mountain. Vayitein al Moshe kechaloso ladaber ito. Hashem gives Moshe Rabbeinu the Torah, gives him the luchos. When he finished speaking with him, Bahar Sinai, Shnei luchos saedos, the 2 tablets of testimony, luchos, Evan, stone tablets, ksuvim be'etzbel Elokim, written with the very finger of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So again, Moshe has been there 40 days, 40 nights, and this is the end of his time in Har Sinai, and Hashem gives him these luchos. And the Rebbe says something amazing. The Rebbe says, when did all of this happen? Right? When did this finish? Super can move on. HaKadosh Baruch Hu siyem lelamed es Moshe satorah rak biyom ha'arboim. So remember again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu finished teaching Moshe Rabbeinu Kol HaTorah Kula when? On day 40. So Moshe Rabbeinu was up there 40 days. Day 40 they finish. Day 40 Hashem gives Moshe Rabbeinu the luchos, the tablets, and it is then that Moshe Rabbeinu is going to descend the mountain. But listen to what the Rebbe says. Li'idach matzinu shebnei Yisrael asu ha'egel yom lifnei yiridaso shel Moshe me'Har Sinai. So remember, when did Klal Yisrael make the golden calf? They miscalculated. They made the golden calf on day 39, right? They thought day 39 was 40. So they made it day 39, they made the egel. Day 40, Moshe Rabbeinu is still up on Har Sinai with Hashem. And on day 40, that's when this verse, chapter 31, verse 18. On day 40, that's when Hashem gave Moshe Rabbeinu the complete set of tablets. Moshe Rabbeinu begins his descent. So just understand. Day 39, Klal Yisrael already we're building the golden calf. Day 40, Moshe Rabbeinu is still on the mountain receiving the Torah from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Rebbe says, Harei lanu davar mafli. So something mind-boggling now comes to light. Gam la'achar shebnei Yisrael asu as ha'egel, hosif HaKadosh Baruch Hu lelamed es Moshe es HaTorah amanas alam des bnei Yisrael. So just understand this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't know what's happening down in the camp, but certainly Ribbon Shalom does. So on day 39, Klal Yisrael already is building the Egel. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees what's happening down there with Klal Yisrael. But despite that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu still continues to teach Moshe Rabbeinu Torah because he wants to give him a complete Torah so that Moshe could go down and ultimately teach it to the Jewish people. So isn't this incredible? On day 40, when Moshe comes down, Moshe is shocked to find out what's happened. But says the Rebbe, the Ribono Shel Olam understands what has been happening this entire time. So on day number 39, when they're building the golden calf, Hashem is there with Moshe. And 39, he continues to teach him. Day 40, he continues to teach him. Day 40, he gives him the complete set of tablets, and Moshe Rabbeinu goes down. So, in other words, not only did Hashem continue to learn with Moshe, so not only does Hashem continue to learn with Moshe Rabbeinu, as Klal Yisrael is building the golden calf, but he gives Moshe the tablets. He says to Moshe, okay, take these down and use them to teach Klal Yisrael. And the Rebbe says, we learned something absolutely amazing. Even when a person knows that his friend is not on the right spiritual level, the Rebbe says something so beautiful. The Rebbe was modeling for us something incredible. Kadosh Baruch Hu already knew on day 39 what was happening. And despite that, he still continued to give Moshe Rabbeinu the Torah. And despite that, he still gives Moshe Rabbeinu the Luchos, teaching Moshe Rabbeinu something absolutely amazing. Do not give up on people. Do not give up on people. You know, dear friends, if there's one thing that you could always rely on, it is that people are always going to disappoint you. And I know they say to themselves, oh, sounds so terrible. But it's true, right? Your family is going to inevitably disappoint you. Your friends are going to inevitably disappoint you. Your spouse is going to inevitably disappoint you. Your children, you get it. Your children is going to disappoint. Your rabbi is going to. Everybody in life is going to disappoint you at some point or another. And again, not because they want to, not because they don't care, but because they're human beings. And human beings can never be on all the time. People can never bat 1,000. It doesn't happen. So therefore, by definition, in every human relationship, I'm going to suffer disappointment. I am going to disappoint others, and I will be disappointed by others. That is the indisputable way of the world. But the Chab says that Kadosh Baruch Hu is teaching us is don't give up on people even when they disappoint you. See, because the human nature is, if you disappoint me, I'm done with you. If you disappoint me, forget it. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disillusioned. But why? Expect the disappointment. Understand the disappointment. Embrace the disappointment. Lean into it. Recognize that this is part and parcel of the fabric of human relationships. Inevitably, every person I love at some point in time will disappoint me. And inevitably, I will disappoint every single person that I love at some point. At some point. But the whole point is, don't give up on people. Believe in people even when they disappoint you. Be there for people even when they disappoint you. Give them a second chance even when they disappoint you. V'haraya, what's the proof to this? The Ribono Shel Olam is sitting there giving Torah to Moshe Rabbeinu. It's day 39. This is the same God who took us out of Egypt, who performed the Makkos, who split the sea. We can go through the whole Dayenu. Who gave us manna in the desert, gave us a well, gave us everything. Karavanu Lefnei Har Sinai brought us here. Wants a relationship with us, is elevating us from amongst the nations of the world. And now what do? We panic to a point that we say, Eila Elohecha Yisrael. We turn to the calf. Here's your new God. Here's your new Moshe. Here's your new leader. Can you imagine the profound disappointment that HaKadosh Baruch Hu had in us in that moment? In that moment, the profound and overwhelming disappointment he must have felt. But what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu do in that very moment? He continues to give Moshe Rabbeinu the Torah so that Moshe Rabbeinu could give it to us. Because the Ribono Shel Olam almost says to us, without words, just through deed, I won't give up on you. I won't give up on you. I refuse, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, to give up on you. I refuse to give up on you. So as you're down there building your whatever, building your Egel, building your leader, building your Moshe, building your God, whatever you're doing, I'm going to continue to give Torah to your shepherd so that he could come and teach it to his flock. Because I, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, will never give up on you. And the Rabbi says the Ribono Shel Olam is modeling for us that the same way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu never gives up on us, we can't give up on each other. We can never give up on each other. Sometimes Jews are difficult. Let me rephrase that. Very often Jews are difficult. And being that we're all Jews, which means we're all difficult. And it's easy to have interactions with people that say, you know what, I'm done. And it's easy to have interactions even with loved ones. And you say, I'm done. We can't give up on each other. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't give up on us, so we can't give up on each other. And to take the Rabbi, just the logical extension, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu never gives up on us, and we're not allowed to give up on each other, so halachas kama v'kama, all the more so, we can't give up on ourselves. Sometimes we look in the mirror, and what we see staring back is just a profound and overwhelming disappointment. I'm so unhappy with the person I am. I'm so underwhelmed with the personality that I've created for myself. I'm so disappointed in what I've done with all of the tools and all of the resources that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given me. And it is so easy to sometimes just throw in the towel on yourself. Give up on yourself. HaKadosh Baruch Hu whispers in my ear, no, you're not allowed. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I don't give up on you. I expect you not to give up on each other. And halachas kama v'kama, you cannot give up on yourself. This is the lesson, says the Rabbi, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu teaches us. Even while we're building the golden calf, Hashem continues to give Torah to Moshe Rabbeinu, telling us, no matter what you do, I will never give up on you. And all I ask is that you not give up on each other and never, ever give up on yourself. No matter how disappointed you may be, in what you have done and what you have accomplished, or maybe lack thereof, don't give up. And dear friends, this message is so important all the time. But once again, our people are at war. And war has its incredible, beautiful moments that display the strength of our people. And war has its tragic and overwhelming loss and sadness and heartbreak. But this is dafka the time, Parshas Tisa, Tafshin Peivav, this first Shabbos after Purim, leading up to Pesach, leading up to the month of Nisan, the month of Geula. And we feel that we always feel that something's in the air, but it feels it again really now, where Baruch Hashem, our beautiful ancestral homeland, is partnering with, again, for many of us, our current homeland of the United States of America, One day we all have to get back home in Yirtzeh Hashem. But we feel that something is happening here. Something overwhelming, that the evil in this world is being brought to its knees. And the world needs us to rise to the occasion. Klal Yisrael needs us to rise to the occasion. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu was whispering in our ear, I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you. And now is the time where dafka, again, we have to believe in each other. It's the time to always circle the wagons, to be mechazik one another, to strengthen and bolster the achdus within the ranks of our people. So yes, it is easy to be annoyed with Jews, and it is easy to fall out of favor or fall out of love with your loved ones, even with your spouse and with your kids and with your friends and with your kilo. It's easy, but we have to believe in each other. And it is dafka during these times that we must believe in ourselves now more than ever. Each of us is a soldier in the army of Klal Yisrael. And a soldier could only be effective if he or she absolutely believes in himself. A soldier's like, well, I don't know if I could do it. I'm not sure. I don't know if I could fly this plane. I don't know if I could fire this, munition. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you could do the job, get off the battlefield because you're of no use. You're a liability. War requires the soldier to believe in him or herself, and we are all soldiers for Am Yisrael. We are all soldiers for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And to be successful in the battlefield of Am Yisrael, to be successful in the battlefield of life, you have to believe in yourself. The Ribono Shel Olam believes in us, asks us to believe in one another, and may we also be zocha to find the ability, to find the strength to believe in ourselves. And if we're able to do this, then we become the greatest unstoppable force on the face of the earth. A people whose God never stops believing in them. A people who never stop believing in each other. And a people who always believe in themselves. Wishing everyone a good night of Shabbos and a beautiful Shabbos Kodesh.